and welcome. You are with the Skeinz Diaries. Let me just maneuver that. There we go. You're with the Skeinz Diaries to episode 341 here with Marie. Sorry I missed you on Monday. A little under the weather. Still not handy, but winter lurgies, isn't it? Winter lurgies and ills and chills and everything just keeping you away. But I'm here and it is so good to see everybody today. And welcome along. I hear we had a win in the Olympics overnight. Our Ollie Whites beat was it Ghana or Guinea, I think, overnight. So that was a great start. The Olympics I don't know about you guys, the Olympics has completely snuck up on me. I understand the opening ceremony is tomorrow or the next day, but totally snuck up on me, the Olympics. I was like, what? Heard the news this morning. I thought, wow, where's that gone? So that means, I think, for many of us, plenty of catching up with what's going on with Team New Zealand, and but lots of knitting and stitching. So I've literally just so I was a touch late because I was running around doing this. We had put out, especially for the Olympics, we were saving onto this. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was next month. Well, it's on next month, but I thought it started next month. You may remember this. We had this actually at Epic Sale. It is a premium grade alpaca. This is so soft. So soft. Here it is there. I'm going to pull it out for you. That's it there. Look at that. It is so soft. It is unbelievably gorgeous. This is a brushed alpaca, spun to a DK, and it is divine. Totally divine. We've got this on a pack promotion. At 20, and it's half price. It's usually, we've had it on since Epic Sale at $59.95. Since Epic Sale finished, it's now back half price to $29.95. If you're wanting to do a blanket, if you're wanting to do something like this but plain, if you're wanting something lush and delicious and amazing, a packet of this is 1,200 meters of fabulous. 1,200 meters of fabulous. So 1,200 meters of fabulous can get you a garment, particularly if you're upsizing your needle a little bit. Get yourself a gauge swatch. That's what I would do. Get myself a gauge swatch. And so obviously it's designed to knit on 4mm needles, but you can upsize it to whatever you like. I actually think this on a 6mm would look pretty darn good, and it will give you that lovely lighty area fluffy fabric. Think petite knits, think any of those right now. And 1,200 meters, sorry, that's a garment lot. And at $29.95 for the plushest, most delicious alpaca, I would definitely be stashing up on that. So that is live it's in store and on the website now. So I've done that this morning. On the sale page, I've put it over on the sale page to make it easy to find. And Bernadette's just saying, good morning, Kelly & Co is so tempting. Yes, that segued beautifully into Kelly & Co. We've got actually all the colours. It was funny when I made the tile this morning, all the colours work so beautifully together. They're all the beautiful sort of earthy, greeny, sort of stony colours that are left. I'm adoring the swilly. Not enough love is given to the swilly. If you're wanting to do, I've just done actually my field cardigan. Remember I did that double-stranded? That would look amazing in this. If you wanted to, do a whole Ryan Gosling number, in this, fabulous. But they are going out at half price. Now, this is going on hiatus, and it breaks my heart that it's going on hiatus. The reason it's going on hiatus is just the costs at the moment between exchange rates, landing costs, and just physically getting it here. And it's pushed the price. So we've got the price that we've had, $24.95, which is based on what to get it landed last time. And to get a new batch landed, we costed it out, and it was going to be nearly almost another $10 a skein. It was about just over $9. And we just know that you guys, it's just too much. It's just too much. So we're just going to sit on it for a while because these things fluctuate and go up and down and up and down and up and down all the time. And we keep an eye on things. So we're going to keep an eye on things because hopefully things will settle down a little bit. And, maybe this time next year, it's settled down to a point that we're actually able to get that yarn back in. So it's not going away forever, I hope, but just for now. So you've got the opportunity to actually get this at an incredible price. So we're just putting out the last of the stocks that we've got out at half price, and partially doing it too because I didn't tell you this, but one of our founders, Mr. Ian Kelly, many of you have met Ian, who's Irish from Belfast, and he does tours often for Knit August Night. So many of you have met the delicious, wonderful, lovely Ian. He's 80 this weekend. So it's sort of a little birthday surprise from Ian, and we adore him, and we're so excited. So Kelly and Co, definitely stash this up now. As I said in the newsletter, as you know, I've knitted a bit with this. I did my Nanook in this. I've done a couple of other little garments, but I did that big sweater for my husband in this. And he has thrashed that sweater. It is his favourite sweater. He took it away with him when we went away in our big holiday of the summer. He literally hasn't had the thing off his back this winter. He wears it all the time. And when I say all the time, I mean 3 or 4 times a week. And it still looks as good as the day it came off the needles. And that is woolen spun merino for you, which is a process we don't do. And it's a special, authentic process they do in Donegal for this, with all the little neps and everything. And it just creates this incredible, beautiful, lush, hard-wearing yarn. It's quite a different texture to our yarn. I know people that have bought this and go, oh, I don't know, it feels weird, it feels different. And it's because it is woolen spun. It is a different texture to our worsted spun yarns. But I adore it, absolutely adore it. It's they soften with wear and washing. And to me, they're already great anyway. It is fabulous. So this, you need to stock up on these. I know some of the colours a couple of the colours are quite low. Swilly's the one we have most of, but we do not have a lot of stock. When I looked at it this morning, I even said to Claire, I went, oh, there's not much left. If you're a local, we've only got 5 colours online. There are about another 4 colours in the shop, but literally what's on the pegs in the shop are it. So if you're wanting to do some colour work, you can get some other contrasts in store if you're local, and you can go in and grab those. Oh, hey, Charles. Lovely sweater. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. That is, this is the Nanilchik Swan Show, Caitlin Hunter. No, a little bit of colour work going on. It's cold here, Charles. It's very cold. I'm sure it's steaming where you are in Georgia, but it's very cold here. Yes, so make sure you don't miss out on that, because I think those will go really, really, really quick. But yeah, we wanted to kick off Midwinter, sort of finish up Midwinter Stitchmas with something really special. And I think that is really, really special. So do make sure that you you get all of those and get them into stash super fast. Now, the other thing too, Monday. So I did work from home from Monday. So you may have noticed you got a newsletter on Monday, but no diaries. I really did look like I'd been pulled through a back of a bush backwards on Monday and sounded dreadful. I don't sound quite so bad now. But I did get a newsletter out because I wanted to make sure you got the copy of this pattern, which is the 2 patterns actually. So it's the new broken rib cowl plus the rib bead, which I did several years ago. And I've just gone on, because they're super simple, and I've just gone and put them on a single document. These cowls would be fabulous in this actually. Really good in this. You would get a cowl actually out of a skein of that. So I wanted to design those. That's the shorter cowl, by the way. The longer cowl you'll need to. It's great design because it's quick, stylish, brilliant for gifts, super, super easy. Never worked with circular needles before. Good one for circular needles, first-time users, long-time callers, or whatever it is. First-time callers, long-time listeners. So I've sent that to your inboxes and it's free. If you can't find it, it is available on Ravelry for free download as well. So just go to my designer page and it's there and download. Because you know me, I don't charge for anything because that's how I roll. So just download that. It's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, Margaret was saying she son found yellow snow was away to the supermarket this morning because he's down south, isn't he, Margaret? Brr. And Lynn say, morning. Oh, yay. Thank you. You citizen in Ilshik, and I do love it. So good to see everyone here. Joanne said she loved her cardigan in that brushed alpaca, only used 8 balls, did it on a 4.5, but agree 5.5 or 6 would be good. Thank you, Joanne. So there you go. A pack is a garment. So there's no excuse really, isn't there? You need to get a pack in the stash. Then you've got a garment lot, you know. I have been knitting. You'll be pleased to know. So I finished that cowl. And then, of course, I had the absolute realisation, because I've been working on Knit August Nights. For those coming to Knit August Nights, you've probably seen some newsletters and bits and bobs I've been doing with that. And I sort of realised that I usually cast on and have a garment ready for Can, something new that I've knitted. And I hadn't done anything. And I thought, it's like a month this time next month. It will be sort of all over bar the shout out, really. We'll be just finishing up. So I suddenly realised I've got to get my skates on. So I was at home, obviously, and I thought, right, I need to have a look at what I've got. Now, I'd finished there we go, pulled it out of my bag. I'd finished the transit vest, which is now out in the shop, which was in, that's all I've got left of that ball. That's why I'll pull this out and show you, which is in the Highlander Heathers. Look. My cat. Actually, I should post that photo up so you can see it. My son took a photo of a certain feline yesterday morning. I was in the shower and he comes out and someone decided to help herself to my knitting, and he took a photo of guilty as charged. I'll put that out on the speakeasy and you can have a good giggle around that. Anyway, I digress. So I had some of this left over. I had 5 balls left over from doing the vest. So I thought, well, and I love it. I mean, you know how I feel about any of these Southlander styled yarns. Southlander, Myrtle by Southlander, or Southlander by Myrtle, Myrtle by Southlander. Anyway, Highlander Heathers, love them. I have a soft spot. Well, more than a soft spot. I love them. I just love them. It's just me. I love the sheepiness. I love the naturalness. I just love them. So I'm definitely going, I want to do a ginger bliss cardigan. I'll either do it in this colour or also Glencoe is calling me. Anyway, I had this left over and I thought, well, I might as well use that up. And it's in a pink and a colour that I've got winter things that I can wear for Can. And then I went diving into stash. I had to actually tidy some stuff up in my stash cupboards because I have stash everywhere, as you can well imagine. And in my stash cupboard, I came across, and I think I mentioned it last week. Have I got a ball band for this? No, I came across, that's all I've got left of this blushy coloured, it's a wrap yarn. It's a merino cashmere wrap yarn. So it's actually a silk wrap, and as you can see, it's not particularly fluffy, but it's very, very soft in this lovely blush colour. And I had a weird number of these too. I had the 25 gram balls, and I think I had something like, I think they're 25 gram balls. I had weird, it's like 6 of them. And I was thinking, but then the 2 of them together, I thought, yeah, these are toning. I couldn't. Now, I have done sort of double stranding like this in the past. I'm just going to move my chair a little bit because I've got these hidden in here. This is, if you recognize this is Kinu from Ito, which is a silk. So it's basically the Japanese silk tweed version of Kare & Co, but very, very fine strand. And how I've used these yarns in the past, I've got a few of them actually sitting down there, of the Kinu, is I have double stranded them with other softer yarns because it creates these incredible marls. And you can do very bright Stephen West-esque marls, which look incredible, or our pulse, which is a very bright marl. But you can also do very subtle monochromatic marls and dual textured marls, which is what this is. So I grabbed a ball of each, and in fact, I had a part ball of this left over, and I just started swatching. And Charles will tell you that swatching is, I know some people hate it, and many of you now are probably sitting there rolling your eyes at me, and you can roll your eyes all you like, but swatching is the ticket to the promised land. Okay, because it lets you know how things look, what the fabric's going to be like. So I just cast on, and I cast on initially with, I think I did 4.5 millimeter initially, because I mean this, you know, knit on a 4 or 4.5. Charles is just going swatch, swatch, swatch. Exactly. And so I just literally did a swatch, and I threw on a certain number of needles, and I started with 4.5, and it was like, it was too tight. It just, I mean, it looked great. It looked good, but it was not right. So I bumped the needle up to 5 millimeter, and it was better. And I thought, well, actually, it's surprising. It's got a bit of wriggle room here. You know, that this cashmere needed a little bit more wriggle room. So then I bumped up to a 6 millimeter needle, and it's quite funny. You know, you get this sweet spot, and it's like ding, 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 winner, chicken dinner. It was there and it was done. So the phone's going, so I'm sorry, whoever's ringing, I'm not answering it. So from that swatch, I then blocked it, did a measurement, got my gauge. So then I knew essentially what I was working with that gauge. That is, from that, you can go anywhere and do anything. Once you know what that fabric is and what that gauge is on that fabric, the world is your oyster. So I knew I needed to complete something quickly. I had the, and that's the beauty of ladder swatching, exactly, Charles. I had the gauge that I had the fabric that I liked. I knew that I needed to get something knocked out. I knew the meterages that I had. So that's when I thought, right, actually, I've just done a quick vests. One thing that happens every year at Cannes, and if you've come to Cannes, you'll know this, end of August, we often get a burst of pre-spring beautiful weather in the bay, and our venue is also kept nice and warm. So I often knit these big, like I did the shoji, which looked incredible, and I can wear to the venue first thing in the morning, and then I'm literally shedding layers off because I get too hot. So I thought, well, actually, a vest is going to be perfect because I can whack it over and I could probably wear it for a good chunk of the day. So I then cast around and looked at, have I got anything? And you know what it's like. I suddenly thought, oh, for goodness sake, Marie, you've done this now. Just, you know what you want in your head. Just freaking knit it. So I knew that I just want this plain vest, come straight up, cowl neck. I'm going to put a big rolled collar on it because you know I love me a rolled collar. And that's it. Done. And I know what I've got to wear underneath it that will be perfect and look fantastic. So that's what I did. I also love me a sway bag. So I've done that too. Now, instead of going top down, which many of you would probably think, why would you go top down now? I've actually gone bottom up because I'm not going to yoke it. I'm actually going to do it just like a normal sort of vest. But you can still do in the round and get your yoke and, your sway back and all the rest of it. So this is where I'm at. So I've done some basic measurements. I know what measurement I need to get round my arse and to get my sway back in. Hold on, where am I at with this? Just so things don't go sailing off the needles. So there, actually I'll turn this around because it gives you a better look on this side. There is the fabric. How's that for a fabric? And you can actually just see my short rows in there. Now, I know if I'd gone in the other direction, I could have hidden the short rows in it below the band, but I've done it this way. But as they say, they shit'll block out. Well, mostly block out, and I don't really care. But I am loving the fabric. I mean, to me, does very pink marble Himalayan salt, do you not think? Soft marbled effect, exactly, Barbara. That's exactly what it is. I am loving it. 6mm needle. This thing is going faster than a hall's drawers. It is just going so fast. So I've just literally done that. So there's my front, there's my back. And when did I cast it? So I did all the swatching and stuff over the weekend, cast it on Monday when I wasn't feeling well, actually. After I worked until about lunchtime, and then I snuffled myself up with a hot toddy and trashy tally and cast this on. So that's what I've literally done in just a few days. It's so quick. It is so quick because I was within a hair's breadth of doing another chica, and then I suddenly thought, no, actually, this will go just as fast. I'm really stoked because I'm just loving knitting it. This is perfect for the Olympics. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to write it up because it's me. This is, you can do this yourselves. And what this hopefully should teach you is that all you need to do is that swatch and know a shape and make a fabric, as Stephen Berg would say. All you're doing is making fabric, and look where the fabric that you want to go. So that is what I'm doing. Margaret's just saying love note. Yeah, gosh, if I did another love note for Can, which I could actually do this in this, actually, this is 6mm needle, which is what love note is done on. Could you imagine what Ethan would say to me? He's still swearing and cursing after the last one that I did. I mean, I almost feel like knitting another one just to annoy him. It just makes, the things you do for your friends, to annoy your friends. I am really, really delighted with that. Oh, it's got the delicious sheepiness of this. Now, obviously, we don't have this for sale, but some of you, this was actually in our epic sale, 2 epic sales ago, I think it was, or it might have even been 3 epic sales ago. It was called Imperial by Seizure. So if you've got this in your stash, like me, which is where I found it, this is what I'm doing with it. However, you could still achieve this, and it would just be slightly fluffier than this with Whisper Fine. Okay, so you could do Whisper Fine with this. So pearl, the pearl color or the rose and the Whisper Fine, or even the pearl actually, but I think the rose would be amazing. Would be incredible. It would, just a little fluffier than this one because this one doesn't have quite as much fluff, but it would be amazing, absolutely amazing. And you could do that. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So I've done a measurement at the front of where I want the front to sit. I think I took the measurement from the chica, but it was the best anyway. The measurement's 35 centimeters, which is quite normal from there to an armhole. So I've gone and taken that measurement. I have toyed around with the idea. I'm just going to probably throw this because I'm getting to a point where I'm sort of about here at the moment. I'm about off to going in. I'm just going to check. I'm going to throw this on a longer cable and just pop it around the old middle and see where it's looking and where the ease is at. At this stage, I probably won't put any shaping in, or if I do, I will potentially pop it in just for when I head up in this direction. But I can do that with the arm scythe as well. So I just need to have a quick look at that, which I'll do probably today, this afternoon. So that's where I'm at with that, just in case I need to give it a little bit of a rejiggy jig. But I wanted something that was light, flowy, poppy over, so I possibly won't. But that's the nice thing, because of doing the arm scythe in here and what I'm planning to do up here on the shoulders, I can actually start popping in some decreases heading into that arm scythe and then head up and, away you go. So that's what I'm playing around with at the minute. And then, of course, I'll just put a nice crew neck in there. And it won't be a terribly big shoulder, so I'll probably only have a there, which I'll 3 needle bind off most likely, and then do the neck and the round, similar to what I do with the ratio ponchos, because that's just a neckline that I like. And then I can keep the neckline also a little bit low too. There's every possibility that I may even do the neckline same front and back, to be honest with you. I haven't quite decided yet. And if I might do this neckline the same in the front and back, because then that way it becomes reversible. because if I want the longer part of the vest at the front and then have it riding up at the back, which I have actually I do with the blue hybrid vest that I have, you can then reverse it. See? This is why we design on the fly. This is why we design on the fly. Yeah, I could do that actually. That might be quite, because I want just something. I don't want anything too tight around there, because then that way I've got latitude to add, other things. This is the plan. It'll change. I know. I'm hopeless. Claire took one look at this morning. She went, "What pattern is that?" And I went, "I'm making it up." She goes, "Right, so you're not writing it out?" "No." She went, "Of course. And you're going to talk about it, aren't you?" "Yes." And she just rolled her eyes at me. It's a bit like Love Notes with Ethan. Poor Claire. I drive her crazy. And to which I then told her I did knit the last thing exactly to pattern, because I was instructed to. There you go. Right. Put that down there so I don't forget it. So just to summarise, don't forget Kelly & Co. half price. Make sure you get it in before it disappears, because it will go fast. Some of the stocks aren't particularly great. And this is the Kare. As I said, 1,200 metres of deliciousness for just $29.95. On that note, I'm going to get going, and hopefully I'm sounding a little bit brighter for you on Monday. Still not a hundy, but I'm at least a hundy enough to be here. I'm well enough to be here. And I will talk to you again Monday. Fingers crossed, all going well, and I'll have more knitting done. All right, until then, take care and have a great weekend.